Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. I've got a 1/16 ounce freestyle jig head. I was watching Bill Dance on YouTube this morning. He was fishing with those tube jigs that has the red body and the white tail. I'm sure you all seen them. But we're going to try to tie something similar to that on this jig. So let's go ahead and get us some thread laid down. I've got my red Danville 210 flat wax thread. We will put some eyes on this jig when we get it done. Put our UV resin on it. So to keep with our this is going to be our tail. Got a piece of white marabou here we're going to be tying in. We want it about the length of the hook. I'm just going to go ahead and measure it off and then cut it. It's just a touch longer than I want it, so I'll trim just a little bit off of it. I like for them to hang over about the length of the hook. That looks about right. So I'm just going to go ahead and get this all looped in. I'm not going to tie it tight yet. I'm going to push it down around that hook a little bit. And then we'll tighten it down, tie it right back down to the bottom. And I'm going to come right back to the top. Guys, I know for a fact Crappie like these colors. It's red and white. We're gonna just put a couple of pieces of red crystal flash in this jig. Try to find me two good pieces here. I'm just going to lay these right back on top of the jig. I want them hanging over just a touch past the end of the marabou. We'll go ahead and give it 3 or 4 wraps to get that locked in there good, and then we'll pull this back as well. I'm going to try to keep it right on top there if I can. Sometimes it's hard to do anything with this crystal flash. So we're going to take and cut that off the same length as the other. Let me make sure I've got that. Needs to be cut off just a little bit more. There we go. We've got our flash in it. Now we're going to do the red body. We're going to use this ruby red chenille. Let me get my Sally Hansen again. We're also going to be putting some red eyes in this jig. I got some new eyes in today, so we might as well try them out. I got some of the solid color eyes to try. So I'm going to pull everything back here out of the way. Loosen my vise and we will wrap this one up. Good even wraps, tight wraps. I'm going to back that off because it's not exactly what I got a little wide there in one spot, so I'm going to tighten that up a little bit. There we go. So I'm just going to pull my chenille forward and come in behind it. I'm going to do that 3 times. Tighten our vise down and we will cut our chenille. See how that crystal flash does. We'll go ahead and cut that tip off of that one. But once you get it wet, it doesn't matter. So we'll get our Sally Hansen here. Put us a little right there on that thread. Get our wet finish tool up here and we will try to get it ready for some eyes. I'm just going to go 5 times. Pull it down tight. And cut her thread. Let me get all that fuzz off of there before I put my eyes on. Put my eyes on, I'm going to turn it up like this so I don't get any UV resin in the eye. I got these eyes here. Sometimes I have trouble with colors. Pretty sure that's red though. Okay, now to get our UV resin, we've got our eyes in. Go ahead and make sure you get all the way around those eyes with that UV resin. Don't want any water getting in there. I just go all over the jig head. And we will get ready to put the light on it. Takes a while for this stuff to cure. It's going to take longer than that, I know. Guys, right there we go. That red eye in it. That's similar to one of those tube baits. I can't get it wet right now. I've got to wait for that UV resin to set up a little bit more, but I will post it. I will post it in the thumbnail with it wet like I usually do. Not a bad looking little jig. I believe that'll catch some crappie, guys. As always, I appreciate you watching these videos, guys. If you like it, just take a second there and hit that like and subscribe, and we will catch you all next time.